Before her diagnosis, life was pretty carefree. She went to school, she was swimming a lot. Not too much in the way of a worry in the world. She was just your basic 12-year-old. She had passed out at the shopette, and it was kind of a roller coaster for a minute there, because you think you're going to the hospital and everything's gonna be fine. And then you hear that it could be this, but they've got to run some tests. So we had about 2 weeks in there of just kind of in limbo. And then they said, your daughter has, chronic myeloid leukemia, and that's rough.
They think it's leukemia. I really didn't understand a lot about it, but I knew that it was bad.
So I have been diagnosed with chronic myeloid leukemia, or CML for short.
It's the most shocking thing ever. It hurts.
The hardest part was having a child that you're not really sure of how bad things are going to get.
Your daughter, going through that for her daughter. It's hard to be that person that's like, it's going to be okay, when nobody knows.
The hardest part about being diagnosed and my diagnosis is my friend groups, they kind of complain about how hard their life is, and it's just like they don't really know how bad it is. It's just been a lot.
Make-A-Wish is really an incredible, beautiful thing. We're helping a child find their smiles, to help them find the will to fight, to continue their battle.
My wish is to go see Beetlejuice on Broadway, and I've heard that after the wish, I get to go backstage and do a tour.
Olivia will get to see things she's never seen before.
To have her be able to do something that she really wanted to do.
We're excited. I'm excited.
I'm thankful for everybody who is making this wish to come true, because you're helping kids like me be happier and excel through life and feel better about having cancer.
So Mother's Day, and she got up from her nap and she was shaky. She called out and I said, go ahead and get out of bed. She's like, I can't. And all of a sudden I heard a boom. And I went in and she was on the floor. She was admitted into the hospital, where they ran countless tests. And they were awful. Some of them were really bad. And all she wanted to do was go home. So, after 10 months of this, we decided to go to Boston. And immediately she was diagnosed with opsoclonus myoclonus ataxia syndrome. And basically, the opsoclonus myoclonus is an autoimmune disease that attacks your brain. And so her brain was on fire. They were afraid that she may never speak well again. She'll never have the vocabulary that she had before she got sick at 3, and that she may never walk again. They didn't know what her prognosis. They really thought that she wouldn't be able to walk, that there might be brain damage, that there might be all kinds of issues. They weren't sure. Because it's so rare, we don't really know what the prognosis is going to be long term. It can be deadly, because when your brain starts shutting down, it starts shutting down all your major organs. And you go through so much. You go through grief, not being able to give your child the childhood you wanted to give them.
It's incredibly hard to see your daughter go from being in gymnastics to not being able to walk.
Boston had mentioned Make-A-Wish. And we're like, what would you wish for? And she's like, I want to go to Disney World. We're like, great. She's like, I want to meet Dove Cameron. And I'm like, a little taken back. We get picked up by a limo and we go over to the studio. Dove Cameron walks in and Zoe lights up like I've never seen in her life before. And Zoe was actually able to talk to her just one-on-one for a minute. And I don't know what she said, but Zoe didn't stop smiling the rest of the day. That smile had been gone for so long, we didn't even know if we should ever get it back. And all of a sudden she was just a kid. And she didn't have a worry in the world. And there was just something about 5 days that we got magic from.
Took the worry away.
We walked away that day knowing we were going to be okay. But I don't think we'd be there without her wish.